Sri Vishwananda Ashishaye Namaha, Om Vishamaye Namaha, Om Devakaya Samajataye Namaha, Om Sushmataye Namaha, Om Chinmayaye Namaha, Om Devmataye Namaha, Om Sundaraye Namaha, Om Sulochanaye Namaha, Om Silmukhaye Namaha, Om Sarvasaye Namaha, Om Krishavaye Namaha, Om Anambujaye Namaha, Om Mandagamadaye Namaha, Om Sarvadaye Namaha, Om Namaye Namaha, Om Mandirastapataye Namaha, Om Shri Bhavachakaye Namaha, Om Gayatri Namaha, Om Atanasiragaye Namaha, Om Vishnu Pujakaye Namaha, Om Namo Narayane Mantra Pasakaye Namaha, Om Swaramayaye Namaha, Om Madhurakantaye Namaha, Om Krishna Sankirtanalokaye Namaha, Om Sutrapriyaye Namaha, Om Nitavashine Namaha, Om Bhaktine Namaha, Om Shikharacharaye Namaha, Om Gatararaye Namaha, Om Sarave Namaha, Om Jagatpataye Namaha, Om Sadalokahitaye Namaha, Om Bhaktapriyaye Namaha, Om Suraye Namaha, Om Anukulaye Namaha, Om Niraye Namaha, Om Sudarshanaye Namaha, Om Bhaktavatsalaye Namaha, विपन्यहो जानुरागं ससमिन्दते
Sangamani Sangava Bharatesho Tishtanti Deva
patanti ahanisha Bhuri kritam mahapakaha Shri Krishna rahe to rama. Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchitananda Vigraha Anadi Adya Govinda Sarvakarana Karana Govinda Mani Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govinda Mani Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Chintamani Prakara Satma Sukha Pavisha Lakshmi Desha Surabhira Vipalayantam Lakshmi Sahasra Sata Sambrama Sevyamana Govinda Mari Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govinda Mari Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Venukvananta Maravindarayaya Kaksha Bhagavatam Samasitambuda Sundaranga Kanda Kakotika Maniya Vishesha Shobha Govinda Mari Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govinda Mari Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Alora Chandakara Satvanamaya Gamshi Ratnangaram Pranaya Keli Kalavirasa Shamam Nivangaritam Niyata Prakasha Govinda Mari Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govinda Mari Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Angani Yasya Sakalendriya Vittimanti Vashanti Panti Karayanti Chiram Jaganti Ananda Chinmaya Sarujvala Vigrahasya Govinda Mari Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govinda Mari Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Advaitam Achyutam Anadim Anantarupa Adyam Purana Purusham Navayovanamsa Vedeshu Durlabham Adurlabhamatma Bhakto Govinda Mari Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govinda Mari Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Pantastu Koti Sakavatsara Sampanamyo Vayo Vatapi Manaso Muni Pungamanam Sobhyasti Atmapana Simya Vichintya Tadve Govinda Mari Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govinda Mari Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Ekyo Puso Chati Tumja Karanta Koti Yakshakti Rasti Jagaranda Chayayamanta Mandantarasa Paramanu Chayantarasa Govinda Mari Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govinda Mari Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Yadbhava Bhaviradiyo Manujasta Deva Samprapya Rupa Mahimasanayana Bhushaha Shukti Yaveva Nigamapatita Sumanti Govinda Mari Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govinda Mari Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Pradipavitave Taviya Eva Nijarupaya Yakalavihi Goloka Eva Nivasati Niranta Bhutlo Govinda Mari Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govinda Mari Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Primanjanachurika Bhakti Vilochanena Sankasa Devairayeshu Vilokayanti Yashama Sundarama Chintya Guna Swarupa Govinda Mari Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govinda Mari Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Ramani Monti Shukalani Amena Krishna Nanavatarama Ramakrishna Sachitananda Vigraha Anadi Adya Govinda Savakarana Karana Govinda Mani Pusham Tamaham Bhajami Govinda Mani Pusham Tamaham Bhajami. Nasimha Kavacham Lakshi Valarinori Tampura Savaraksha Parampuram Savo Bhagavanashanam Savasam Pataram Shiva Svagamoksha Pradayakam Tatvana Simha Devesham Simhasana Sita Viviktasyam Dinayanam Shanaitu Samaprabham Lakshmaringita Vamalam Vibhuti Virupashitam Chaturmujam Komalakam Sada Kundara Shobhitam Saroja Shobhitolastam Ratnakiyuram Murvitam Ratnakanshana Sankasham Vitrani Maravasasam Vitrani Suramolishkama Suramanikyanik Divihi Virachitra Padatvanva Shankar Chakradi Hetivihi Karutmata Chavinaya Suyamaram Buddhantikam Pavitramara Samvarsam Vivatukavasham Pate Nasimho Meshirapatu Lokanakshata Sambhavaha Savagopi Sambhavasaha Paramirakshattu Dvanim Nasimho Vidishopatu Soma Soyadi Lojanaha Sritambe Patu Nirvari Munirvaya Stuti Priyaha Nasamme Simhanasasu Mukha Lakshmi Mukha Priyaha Nasavidyani Tapatu Nasimurasanam Mana Vakram Padvindu Varanam Sarabrarada Bandiyaha Nasimha Patu Mekantam Sadopu Vihanantaki Vihasta Shobhita Bhujaha Nasimha Patu Me Bhujaha Karo Me Deva Varano Nasimha Patu Sarvakaha Vidayam Yogi Sanasya Vizat Sampatu Me Hari Madhyam Patu Hiranyaksha Vakshaku Shridharanaha Navim Me Patu Ne Hari Siddheyo Karma Siddhaya Devasura Manushishu Satsame Vajayam Labhe Eka Sanyam Te Sanyama Yapademiya Toraraha Sarva Mangala Mangalam Bhukti Mukti Chavindati Tatrishati Sahasrani Pate Sutramanam Nidam Tavashasya Mantrasya Mantrasiddhi Prajayate Anena Mantra Rajena Vidvavasmavi Mantrana Niratam Vinaseyastu Tasya Nahavayam Hare Vipadam Japa Manasu Natavaravi Mantraja Vasaye Yonaro Mantam Nasima Dhyanam Acharye Tasya Roga Pranashanti Isha Shukrushi Sambhavaha Gajayantam Gajayantam Nijabhuja Padayantam Sutayantam Ratayantam Vipayantam Shapayantam Divido Vididijam Shivayantam Shivayantam Nandanantam Roshayantam Vishi Vishi Satantam Samanantam Bharantam Vikshantam Punayantam Karani Karashare Giryasimam Namani Vitrishi Brahmanam Purani Madhavadokam Srinarasimhatavacham Sampurnam 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 Namaste Narasimhaya Padananadayine Hiranyakashipurashaha Siddharthanganakaraye Hitolasimo Paratolasimo Yatoyatoyamitakolasimo Pahilasimo Hidayelasimo Nasimamadim Sharadam Prapadim Navakala Kalavare Nakamabhuta Om Hai Rim Sham Om Tat Tataka Hataka Keshaka Chalakaruka Lochana Vatarika Nakaspasha Divya Simha Namostute Deyo Jagarisha Hare Divya Simha Namostute Deyo Jagarisha Hare Shri Lakshmi Narasimha Hare Deyo Jagarisha Hare Divya Simha Namostute Deyo Jagarisha Hare Shri Lakshmi Narasimha Hare Deyo Jagarisha Hare Divya Simha Namostute Deyo Jagarisha Hare Shri Lakshmi Narasimha Hare Deyo Nashingare Deyo Nashingare Deyo Nashingare Deyo Nashingare Deyo Nashingare Jaya Paratmara Jaya Bhakta Swarupa Jaya Paratmara Deyo Nashingare Deyo Nashingare Deyo Nashingare Deyo Nashingare Deyo Paratmara Jaya Paratmara Bhakta Swarupa Jaya Paratmara Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Shri Vishwananda Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Shri Vishwananda Gurudev 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 Shri Vishwananda Gurudev Shri Guru Charana Saroja Raja Nijamanu Mukura Sudari Shri Guru Charana Saroja Raja Nijamanu Mukura Sudari Paranom Dagubara Vinarajasu Joraya Kaparatari Udihina Tanu Janike Sumiram Bhavana Tumara Manamudi Vidya Deyo Mohi Vrishabhanudulari ki jai jai jai.
Vrishabhanudulari ki jai jai jai.
Vrishabhanudulari ki jai jai jai.
Gaurangi ki jai, Mangi ki 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 jai.
Raja Raja Kumari ki jai jai 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 jai.
Raja Rani ki jai, Raja Devi ki 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 jai.
Bharavanavali ki jai jai jai.
Raja Bharavanavali ki jai jai jai.
Bharavanavali ki jai jai jai.
Raja Bharavanavali ki jai jai jai.
Radhe Radhe Shyam bolo Radhe Radhe Shyam.
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 Bolo Radha Govinda ki jai jai jai.
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 Radha Rani ki jai, Maharani ki 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 jai.
Bolo Radha Govinda ki jai jai 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 jai.
Radha Rani ki jai, Maharani ki 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 jai.
Bolo Radha Govinda, Bolo Radha Govinda, Bolo Radha Govinda ki jai jai jai.
Bolo Radha Govinda, Bolo Radha Govinda, Bolo Radha Govinda ki jai jai jai.
Bolo Radha Govinda, Bolo Radha Govinda, Bolo Radha Govinda ki jai jai jai.
Bolo Radha Govinda, Bolo Radha Govinda, Bolo Radha Govinda ki jai jai jai.
Radha Rani ki jai, Maharani ki jai.
Radha Rani ki jai, Maharani ki jai.
Radha Rani ki jai, Radha Rani.
Radha Rani ki jai, Maharani ki jai.
Bolo Vatsene Vale ki jai jai jai.
Bolo Bharsane Wali ki jai jai jai.
Bolo Vatsene Vale ki jai jai jai.
Bolo Bharsane Wali ki jai jai jai.
Thakurani ki jai, Hari Priya ki 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 jai.
Vrishabhanudulari ki jai jai 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 jai.
Gaurangi ki jai, Mangi ki 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 jai.
Raja Raja Kumari ki jai jai jai.
Raja Raja Kumari ki jai jai jai.
Raja Raja Kumari ki jai jai jai.
Raja Raja Kumari की जय जय जय
राजा रानी की जय राजा देवी की 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 जय
बाराबाना वाली की जय जय जय
राजा रानी की जय जय जय
बाराबाना वाली की जय जय जय
बाराबाना वाली की जय जय जय
राधे राधे श्याम बोलो राधे राधे श्याम
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 बोलो राधा गोविंद की जय जय जय
बोलो राधा गोविंद की जय जय जय
राधा राधा गोविंद की जय जय
बोलो राधा गोविंद की
जय जय जय
Rama bolo, Rama bolo, bolo, bolo Ram. Rama bolo, Rama bolo, bolo, bolo Ram. Sita bolo, Sita bolo, bolo, bolo Ram.
Sita bolo, Sita bolo, bolo Sita Ram.
Rama bolo, Rama bolo, bolo, bolo Ram.
Rama bolo, Rama bolo, bolo bolo Ram.
Ajnanatimirandasya Jnana Jana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Jai Gurudev and good morning. Today's verse is from the Srimad Bhagavatam. It's Canto 10, Chapter 4, verse 27. Soka Harsha Bayadvesha Loba Moha Madanvita Mito Gnantam Na Pashyanti Bhavir Bhavam Pratagdrisha. These words are spoken by Kamsa, and this is happening directly after Kamsa attempts to kill the final child of his sister Devaki and her husband Nanda, and the child becomes Durgama. So the child leaps out of Kamsa's hand and appears as Mother Durga in the prison cell in her full splendor, and she tells him that that which you are trying to achieve, to kill the child that will grow up to kill you, cannot happen because that child has already been born and has been born elsewhere. And then as she leaves, and he realizes therefore that despite his best efforts, everything that he was trying to avoid has come to pass anyway, then everything he has done in order to try to make it not happen now seems extra bad because he's killed a bunch of children. And he realizes this, and he, with great remorse, asks his sister to forgive him. But soon after asking her to forgive him, he starts to also justify somehow what has happened by saying, in the end, it is all providence. It is all karma. Everybody suffers the results of their karma. And he says, in a sense, even you, even those children, do not feel personally, let's say, afflicted or sad as a result of this, because as much as they may be your children, they're only suffering the results of their own karma, not yours. These are two separate things. And amazingly, Devaki and Nanda actually agree with him. So they forgive him, seeing his remorse, and they say, you are right, what you say is right. It doesn't excuse that what you did was adharmic, what you did was wrong. But ultimately you are right. Everything we experience in life is a result of our karma. And to some extent we have to learn to accept it. And to some extent we have to learn to cultivate a bigger picture to separate ourselves from the immediate events that are happening to understand the bigger causes. And so I will read the verse translation, and then I want to connect this to a tweet that Guruji made yesterday. Persons with the vision of differentiation are imbued with the material qualities of lamentation, jubilation, fear, envy, greed, illusion, and madness. They are influenced by the immediate cause, which they are busy counteracting because they have no knowledge of the remote supreme cause, the Supreme Lord. So Krishna is described in various shastras as the Sarva Karana Karanam, that he is the original cause of all things, or he is the cause of all things. Right? And it is a high-level vision that God puts all things into motion. God governs the systems that control all causes and effects, ultimately. And when you lose perspective of this and you stop seeing God as the architect of your life, or at the very least the controller of that life, then you start to believe that the things that are happening immediately in front of you are directly affected or caused, in a sense, uniquely by you and the circumstances around you. And so because you believe this, you also believe that if I act accordingly, I can also counteract those causes. So if I made this to happen, I can also prevent it from happening. If I cause this to come into effect, I can also prevent a future cause from coming into a future effect. And this kind of thinking essentially grants you the idea, the false idea, of control. I control my life. I control the things that will come to pass in my life. I can affect that, I can influence that, I can change that. Now that may be partially true, that you can affect it, that you can change it. But the problem with thinking that you are ultimately in control, as Kamsa correctly says, is that it gives rise to a series of emotions like lamentation and jubilation. You feel extra happy because you feel like something that you wanted to happen has come about by your doing. You feel lamentation when something has gone against your wishes that you felt should have been different. Because if you ultimately operate in a state of whatever will happen must happen, whatever comes to pass by the design of the Lord, and whatever I must experience is in some sense for my benefit, then where exactly is the space for jubilation or lamentation, for envy, for greed, from the madness and anxieties that we all experience? Because really, this comes down to anxiety, stress, fear, difficulty. We have difficulty in life. We experience so much difficulty because we spend our time thinking, what should I do? Should I go left or should I go right? Should I do this? Should I do that? And there's so much second guessing and doubting ourselves and thinking, did I make the right decision? Am I organizing my life the right way? Have I chosen the right path? And so much anxiety lives inside of us. So much doubt. And that is clearly impossible. It's clearly not viable for the surrendered individual to experience those emotions. Now, of course, the question comes, isn't that a total abandonment of responsibility? To just say, providence, God, that is the reason why everything is happening the way it is, and I will not get involved in that. It's an abandonment of responsibility, perhaps, from one point of view. But from another point of view, it's not an abandonment of responsibility. It's to see things as they truly are. And perhaps, in truth, you are not as responsible for things as you may think you are, ultimately. You see, I believe that if reality is this large, then perhaps we are able to influence or assume responsibility for this much of it. But we sometimes behave and think as if we're responsible for at least this much, if not all of it. And the problem with that is that we have to, in a sense, remind ourselves of things that we have believed at certain points or felt at certain points that we have inconveniently forgotten. And this is a little bit what Guruji was saying yesterday. So when he made a tweet yesterday, the question he seemed to be posing and then answering himself was, why do people forget the initial glory, in a sense, that they experienced within themselves of being in contact with God and being in contact with their Guru specifically? And allow that glory and allow that appreciation and allow that wonder, in a sense, to diminish gradually into a game of comparison and envy and looking at the others, who has more, who has less, who is in a better situation, who is in a worse situation. Why does that happen? Why do we allow that initial wonder and happiness to become corrupted in that way? So I will read specifically a couple of sentences that he said yesterday. He says, why do we start to compare? The one gets more time with the Guru, that other one gets more sweetness from the Guru, the third one has so many things given from the Guru's hand. We forget how happy we were in the beginning just to get a glimpse of him. We forget how joyful and fulfilled life felt when he first walked into our life. We forget the initial innocence, wonder, and love, and start to change our frame of reference. It is no longer about how empty our life felt before he came and the amazing grace of having him close, but it becomes about how much others have and how much we have. And you see, it is the problem that we were outlining before. Instead of seeing the bigger picture, how empty my life was and how utterly filled it now becomes by adding Guru and God into my life. Because Guru and God are not just the persons, it is everything that they bring with them. Meaning, direction, higher purpose. Instead of focusing on that and realizing that that remains the case, I remain with higher purpose. I remain fulfilled, whether he is this close to me or that far from me. It doesn't matter. Let me give you an example. Meaning is a strong word, but it's also quite an abstract word. What does meaning really mean? Like, does your life have meaning? Meaning is the reason why you wake up every day and you do the things you do. It's what motivates your action. So you ask yourself the question, what motivates my actions? Why do I do the things that I do? And that's the meaning of your life, the purpose. Okay. And for most people, meaning at first is to guarantee some degree of happiness, prosperity, and safety for yourself. But eventually, you realize that those purposes only act in service to your body and to your mind. Because you're trying to protect your body, you're trying to prosper physically, and you're trying to feel some kind of happiness in this body-mind complex. Okay? Once you've done that, you realize how utterly exhausting that is. Because your body is never satisfied, and it is constantly deteriorating. Your mind is never satisfied because there's constantly something new. And your security is never established because there's constantly a changing environment around you. And so you're constantly doing the best you can in the circumstances you have. But you know, deep down, you're never solving the issue. There's always a little more happiness to be had, there's always a little more satisfaction, and there's always a little more discomfort, and a little more frustration, and a little more limitation being shown to you. And this is when people start to have their crisis in life. You know, famous midlife crisis. There's also early life crisis and late life crisis. All kinds of crises are there. And why do they happen? Because you hit a wall of meaning, of purpose. At some point you realize, is this all my life is meant to be? And maybe you don't think it in those exact words, but you feel it. That I just constantly try to plug the holes that keep popping up in my life. Today I was happy in the morning, but by nighttime I became sad because something happened or something disturbed me. And now I have to do something to plug that new sadness. But you know deep down, tomorrow I'm likely to get a new hole with a new sadness. And it's so tiring. It's so unfulfilling because you know you cannot win at this game. And the funny thing is, when you sit here as a monk and you say to somebody, oh, you know, becoming a monk and living this life, this gave me a lot of meaning. Before I had no meaning. Then people will come and tell me, oh, but you know why you didn't have meaning in your life before? Because you didn't live it fully. You never had a family. You never got married. You never had children. You never did those things that truly give meaning to your life. And I'll say to them, I am not saying you can't do those things. But please don't pretend like for the last 20 years of my life, I haven't heard countless married people come and tell me how unhappy they are in their marriage and how sometimes they just stay in it because leaving it is too scary. Or that, oh, my children no longer love me the way they used to before, and I'm sad about that. I've had people come and tell me, my children beat me physically, but I don't want to do anything about it and I don't want to report them because they're my children. Now, I'm not saying that happens in every situation, of course not. But if it can happen, that's already a problem enough for me. Because it means it's not the solution that fixes everything. Because the marriage might go well, it might go terribly. Your child might love you and fulfill you, it might create more problems in your life. So I'm not saying those things aren't meaningful and they're not good. But please don't act like they are the silver bullets that fixes life's problems. Because we know that's not true. We know that that isn't true. Neither am I saying that becoming a monk fixes everything. You can be a monk and have the same crisis. You can have a midlife monk crisis, no problem. Where you wake up and you think, why am I doing this? I did this to feel more secure in myself, to feel more spiritual, and I feel less and less spiritual. I feel more and more tempted by other opportunities and other possibilities in life. So why am I even doing this? Right? All of that is possible and all of that is true. Because the real meaning is not coming from this. Neither is it coming from marriage. Neither is it coming from children. It's coming from finding something to serve and connect with that cannot wake up one day and decide, I no longer like you. Something that cannot wake up one day and say, I'm leaving you. Something that cannot wake up one day and say, now I'm going to start beating you even though you cared for me when I was small. And that's God. And it's only God. Because God is the only stable entity in this entire universe. And it's therefore the only stable meaning you can give to your life that won't betray you tomorrow. You try to please your own body, your body can malfunction tomorrow and boom, you're disabled and finished. You try to please your mind, tomorrow your mind thinks differently. You try to buy a nice house, get a nice job, tomorrow you're fired and there's a flood and your house is gone. All these things come and go. And if you make these things your purpose in life, then your purpose can come and go. And then don't be surprised when you end up meaningless and purposeless in the middle of a crisis. And now the real answer is, make God your purpose. As Gurudev has always said, the real purpose of life is to have a relationship with God. Everything else is to be built upon that. Have your family, have your career, pursue all of these things, do it. But do it once you have already established that the purpose of your life is not those things. The purpose of your life is your relationship to God. And those things will be built upon that purpose. So if tomorrow my husband leaves me and tomorrow my child dies, as in the case of Devaki and Nanda, 1 child, 2 children, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all dying, I will not allow that to make my life miserable or meaningless because they were never the purpose of my life to begin with. My identity as a mother was never the defining factor of my life. The defining factor of my life was, I am in a relationship with the Supreme Lord, who is the true controller of my life and who is the true cause of all causes. And for someone established in that fact, that bigger picture, they never allow themselves to be caught up by the small details of life that are capable of making us lament and making us envious and making us greedy and comparative and judgmental and all these problems that Kamsa says that he fell victim to. And when Guruji says what he said yesterday, he's only reminding you of that. What is your real purpose? And if your real purpose is to make a relationship with him, what does it matter what your neighbor's relationship with him is like or is not? Because the question remains, does that take away from your purpose? The fact that he may be giving more or less to your neighbor, or is in this situation or that situation with your neighbor, how does that affect your purpose, your meaning in life? Because the meaning in life is to make a relationship with God. And as long as you have that, he asks, if you know you have that, why do you lose the appreciation for that? Have you forgotten how scary and painful it is to not have meaning in life? Have you forgotten how aimless life can be when you don't have this in your life? Because it seems so. It seems that sadness can only ever come back into our life when we open the door to it and forget why we went away from it in the first place. And he says, when did we go away from it? When the Guru walked into your life. The minute he walked into your life and you recognized him as your Guru, your life changed. Purpose flooded you Meaning flooded your life. And the only way it can exit your life is if you let it. Because you forget. Because you focus on all the wrong things. Instead of remembering and appreciating the wonder of a life full of meaning. Do you want to know something? How incredible it is and how little perspective we have. Do you realize that every single day, when we wake up and chant our mantras and do our sadhana, as the first thing that we do, right? That you essentially wake up every single day of your existence driven by the highest purpose you could ever discover, and that you never go one day in your life waking up and thinking, I don't know what to do with my life. Do you know how incredible that is? When you compare that with the simple fact that most people might never wake up a single day in their life thinking, I am fully confident and fully aware of what I'm supposed to be doing with my life. I've had the good fortune, and I really consider it good fortune, as a Swami, to have to listen to a lot of people sharing their issues and problems with me. Yeah. Sometimes I call it, they say, you know, what is it like being a Swami? It's like being a free therapist. Okay? Never get paid to do therapy, but you do it all the time. But it's actually, I get paid a different way. I get paid with rich experiences. I learn a lot. I observe a lot. I listen to a lot of perspectives. At this point, I've listened to thousands of people from every situation of life. And they come and tell me about their life. And now we have doctor-patient confidentiality. I cannot talk about it. But I can share the general insights. And do you understand just how common it is for somebody to walk up to you and say, Swami, I really enjoyed your lecture, or I really enjoyed the course that we just did. Thank you, because I've been feeling so lost in my life for so long. I've been feeling so joyless. And we don't hear those things so much in this environment. But you go out into the big bad world, and you go meet real people in the real world. And I'm here to tell you, don't forget how it was, please. Don't forget how your life was. It's so common. It's rare that I find one person who comes new to a lecture or class that I do that comes to me and says, I'm already living my fulfilled life. I'm already living what I'm supposed to be living. Everything you said here today was just a confirmation of what I'm already doing. That almost never happens. Maybe once or twice. Every other time it's, thank you, this is changing my life. Because it was not good. So, in conclusion, if Kamsa can kill 7 children of his imprisoned sister and then look at her and say, I'm sorry, forgive me, but at the end of the day, none of this really matters because God is with us. And she goes, yeah, you're right. And forgives him and moves on. Then whatever niggling problem you might have, or whatever discomfort, should be able to be corrected by a similar reminder that for all the challenges and difficulties I may think I have in my life, can I truly say that I have no real meaning in my life? No, you cannot say it. You know you have, and it's beautiful. And your life is full and complete because of it. So appreciate it. Don't compare, because comparison is the thief of fulfillment. Comparison is the thief of your happiness, the thief of your purpose. And your guru is telling you, why do you let it happen? So yesterday was really, If you haven't read it, I recommend go on his Twitter, read what he tweeted yesterday. It was beautiful, and I think it's a timely reminder for us to live our lives in appreciation and gratitude for everything that God has arranged by divine providence to happen. Jai Gurudev.
Hare Shyam Radhe Shyam Sachidananda Swami Vishwananda Sachidananda Swami Vishwananda Radhe Shyam Radhe Shyam Sachidananda Swami Vishwananda Sachidananda Swami Vishwananda Radhe Shyam Radhe Shyam Sachidananda Swami Vishwananda Sachidananda Swami Vishwananda Radhe Shyam Radhe Shyam Sachidananda Swami Vishwananda Sachidananda Swami Vishwananda Radhe Shyam Radhe Shyam Sachidananda Swami Vishwananda Sachidananda Swami Vishwananda Radhe Shyam Radhe Shyam Sachidananda Swami Vishwananda Sachidananda Swami Vishwananda Radhe Shyam Radhe Shyam Sachidananda Swami Vishwananda Sachidananda Swami Vishwananda Radhe Shyam Radhe Shyam Sachidananda Swami Vishwananda Sachidananda Swami Vishwananda Sachidananda Swami Vishwananda Sachidananda Swami Vishwananda Radhe Shyam Radhe Shyam Sachidananda Swami Vishwananda Sachidananda Swami Vishwananda Radhe Shyam Radhe Shyam Sachidananda Swami Vishwananda Sachidananda Swami Vishwananda Radhe Shyam Sachidananda Radhe Shyam Radhe Shyam Sachidananda Radhe Shyam Radhe Shyam Sachidananda Radhe Shyam Sachidananda Swami Vishwananda. Radhe 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 Shyam, Radhe Shyam Sachidananda Swami Vishwananda, Sachidananda Swami Vishwananda. Radhe 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 Shyam, Radhe Shyam Sachidananda Swami Vishwananda, Sachidananda Swami Vishwananda. Radhe 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 Shyam, Radhe Shyam Sachidananda Swami Vishwananda, 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 Sachidananda Swami Vishwananda. Radhe 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 Shyam, Sachidananda Radhe Shyam. 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 Radhe 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 Shyam, Radhe Shyam Sachidananda Swami Vishwananda, Sachidananda Swami Vishwananda. Radhe 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 Shyam, Radhe Shyam Sachidananda Swami Vishwananda, Sachidananda Swami Vishwananda. Radhe 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 Shyam, Sachidananda Radhe Shyam. 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 Radhe 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 Shyam, Radhe Shyam Sachidananda Swami Vishwananda, 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 Sachidananda Swami Vishwananda. Radhe 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 Shyam, Radhe Shyam Sachidananda Swami Vishwananda, Sachidananda Swami Vishwananda. Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Yakiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Yakiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Yatitraya Karunakaraya Mangala Mangala Yatitraya Karunakaraya Mangala Mangala Prapatita Mekarataya Mangala Mangala Prapatita Mekarataya Mangala Mangala Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Shalikrama Pratishtitaya Mangala Mangala Tvameva vidya Dvaginam Tvameva Tvameva Sarva Mama Deva Deva Tvameva Sarva Mama Deva Deva Vina Asatoma Sakamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mityama Amritamaya Om Shanti 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 Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Om Shanti 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 Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Vishnu Shri Lakshmi Narayan Bhagwan Ki Jai Shri Bhutabhrteshwarnath Mandir Ki Jai Shri Radha Krishna Kadilal Ki Jai Shri Mavatandiya Babaji Ki Jai Shri Ramanujacharya Ki Jai Vekta Bola Satgurudeva Sri Swami Vishwananda Mahaprabhu Ki Jai Om Klim Krishnaya Govindaya Gopichana Vallabhaya Paraya Param Purushaya Arakama Mantvaya Tadakta Oshastasani Samara Samara Mityo Muchaya Muchaya Om Namo Bhagavate Mahasudarshanaya Vitti Jala Pitaya Saravadi Shamana Ompat Parasme Paramane Panagotishe Swaha Om Shanti 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 Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Jai Jai Shri Ram